This is the story of
The ducks.
the ducks.
We pull feathers out of chickens. The naughty ducks.
The naughty ducks who needed a new home. At Christmas, we bought some ducks to partially replace a lovely chicken called Vanessa, who sadly got eaten by a fox. And the ducks moved in, 3 of them, Indian runner ducks. They are kind of tall, slender. One of them's a barley duck. It has a little fluffy bit on its head. They are runner ducks. And they got on all right with the chickens to begin with. Seemed to, anyway. And then come maybe like late March, April time, we started to notice that the chickens were, one by one, they were not looking too great. They started to have little bald patches on them, and we weren't sure why. We had the one that looked most affected kept away from the others, because sometimes chickens will bully each other. This is a thing that you learn about chickens. Until one day we spotted that actually it was the ducks. And the ducks were pulling the feathers out of the chickens and kind of ganging up on them. And at one point, 2 ducks, each had one chicken, each had a wing in its mouth. That's when we decided to relocate them to the pond. There's an island on the pond, which we call Duck Island, because there are some wild ducks that already live there. So we thought that'd be a great place for them. And this is the story of how we moved them. So catching them wasn't too easy. George and Daddy Kay had to chase them around a little bit. Are we going one by one?
I think we're...
Can I pet it?
Just let me...
Can I pet it? I see them! They're in there! Yes, stand there.
Okay, hang on.
Oh,
Too late.
and then one was still in there, what I wanted to hold. It was the barley duck with the fluffy thing on its head.
Where did it go?
In the corner.
They do kick, but they don't bite. So as long as you...
They don't kick.
They don't kick?
No, they just think they're swimming.
Oh, they think they're swimming.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like see them paddling while you're carrying them. Liam got the first one, carried it down to the pond, had to put a bridge in using a big plank, like a big scaffolding plank, to get across. They carried the ducks down after catching them, and we put them onto the island. And once they were on there, they got in the water, they were swimming about. They never really looked happier, and they looked a lot cleaner as well. We didn't have a lot of filming of the bit where we actually got the ducks onto the island, because you can't really tell this story without talking about the bit where we had to stop filming because Molly had got excited.
When I was holding mine and about to place it down on the little bridge, Molly jumped in after the one what my dad put in.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She jumped in after a duck, but she'd got her foot caught on the...
The toe.
It was a toe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like a claw. It got caught on the sheep wire that we have around the pond to stop the sheep from falling in when they're here. I had to get over the fence in the water and lift her up so that Paddy could free her. It was all very dramatic. Thankfully, she wasn't injured. So the ducks were happy to be swimming in the water. The chickens were no longer being pestered by the ducks. And best of all, poor Molly didn't actually sustain any injury in her attempt to get into the pond. So I guess you could say all's well that ends well.